Right? So now I want to share a simple and a powerful framework to start and build your FP&A career. Okay, and this framework will give you everything that you need to know about building your FP&A career. Okay, think about your FP&A career like building a house. If you have to build a house, the first thing that you need to ensure is that you have a strong foundation, isn't it? So a strong foundation. In our case, to build the house of your FP&A career, we need strong foundation to conceptual understanding. Now, conceptual understanding of what is revenue, costs, margins, gross margins, net margins, discounts, fixed cost, variable cost, operating cost, non-operating cost. Now, all of these basic understanding is required as the foundation of your FP&A career. Okay? And on top of this foundation, you will need three key pillars to build your house. These three key pillars, which you will lay on this foundation, are: first one, it's soft skills. Okay. Now, there's enough data and material available out there on soft skills, so I don't need to stress on this point. It's all about your communication, your relationship building skills with the business, your ability to support the business, your ability to understand certain things, or communicate certain things. All of these things are soft skills which you will need to develop on your own, and these sometimes they come with experience as well. The second pillar is the experience. Practically no course or no training out there can be a substitute for practical experience, because everybody's experience will be unique, and experience is something which will help you learn and grow every time, because there's absolutely no substitute. Like the more you work, the more you will learn about that job, the more you will learn about that industry, the more you will learn about your company and the space in which it operates, right? The more optimization opportunities you will be able to identify as you spend more time within a certain organization, right? So there's absolutely no substitute to experience. One pro tip here is try and get your FP&A experience as early as possible. Okay, like for example, if you're starting your career with an accounting kind of a function, see if within the same company you will be able to get a transfer, or you can get a transfer in the FP&A function, or business finance function, or a commercial finance function, or anything that is close to FP&A. Try and get your first experience as early as possible. See, again, don't be under the misconception that if you want to only work in FP&A, that's not going to work for you in the long run. You cannot be possibly doing only FP&A for 35, 40 years of your career, right? You will need a mix of everything. You will probably need a little bit of treasury. You will need a little bit of accounting. You will need a little bit of financial reporting. You will need a little bit of commercial understanding. You will need a little bit of FP&A. All of those things. Your career over a period of 10, 15 years needs to be a mix of all those functions. Somebody who starts their career with FP&A might actually feel the need for doing the financial reporting or compliance related stuff after 5 years. Similarly, it's the other way around. Somebody who's done financial reporting for 5 years will now actually feel the need to do FP&A now, right? But if you want to become that senior finance professional, a VP, CFO someday, then you will need a little bit of everything. You just can't focus only on one thing and say that, hey, I don't like accounting standards, so don't come to me. I'm not going to say that. A CFO can't see that because everybody reports to you, right? When you become a CFO, you can't say that, hey, Mr. Taxes, I don't like taxes, don't report to me. You can't see that as a CFO. So a little bit of everything is required. Okay, in this in a 10-year horizon of your career, if you can get FP&A experience for 2, 3, 4 years bucket, that's perfect. That will be perfect for you. Okay. Tools, again, some tools which like a Power Query in Excel, or Advanced Excel, or Power BI, or Tableau, or any of these data visualization tools, if you are able to learn, that will be great. Again, tools are not an absolute must. Even without tools also, FP&A can happen. FP&A is possible. Okay, but tools will act as an aid for you to do something better. Yeah. So try and equip yourself with these tools. Again, I would recommend that if you are a beginner, then don't over invest in learning these tools. Probably spend about 4 to 10 hours in learning these tools. Maybe a 4-hour course on Power BI, maybe a 4-hour course on Tableau or something like that. That should be good enough for now. However, once you join a certain company, if you notice that some particular tool is being extensively used, let's say Power BI is being extensively used in your company, then maybe invest in a 30, 40, 50-hour course to learn advanced skills about it. Okay, don't You don't need to over invest upfront, and that is not your entry ticket for getting an FP&A role. Some people tell me that if I learn Power BI, will I get an FP&A job? No, that's not possible. Tools are only the aid. Tools are only an aid for FP&A. They are not a substitute for your conceptual understanding. Yeah. And then once you have built these pillars, okay, to complete your house, you will continuously need to improve, lead, and adapt. You have to continuously improve your ways of working, improve your efficiency, keep learning new skills, keep learning more about the business, keep learning new tools. All of those things, you need to be a constant learner. Also, acquire leadership skills. See, you may start as an FP&A analyst or something like that. But at some point in time, you may have to transition to become a manager. You may have to transition to become a senior manager, right? So after about 5 years of career, 5 years of experience, I would recommend that you try and look for certain leadership coaching as well, or leadership courses as well, which can help you transition to becoming a team leader or a manager. Because it's a pyramid, right? So at the top, you have the C-suits or the VPs and the senior execs. Then you have the middle managers, okay, which could be from your manager to your AVP or a director or whatever, finance director or finance controller. Okay. And then you have the bottom rung, which is the analysts, the senior analysts, the accountants, the senior accountants, and all of that stuff, right? For you to graduate to the next level, you will have to learn to lead as well. So invest in leadership at some point in time in your career. And then finally, adapt yourself. Be open to the needs of the company. Try and understand the needs of the company and adapt yourself into those needs. That's how you can make a real contribution to your company, and it will help you progress in your job as well. Okay, so that's a simple framework to build your FP&A career. You start with your foundational conceptual understanding. Okay, put your 3 pillars in there: soft skills, experience, and tools, and then finally improve, lead, and adapt.